All right, traders, I am back again with another video, and this is just the final update to the Euro New Zealand dollar trade that we posted 2 days ago. We posted the setup and then we posted the update video, and now we're posting the conclusion, I guess you can say. And I wouldn't really call it a conclusion because there's probably going to be more opportunities with this pair. So there could be a possibility of entering this pair again next week or so. But what we're looking at here on the daily time frame, you could see I closed out for 205 pips. I pretty much got stopped out, so I moved my stop pretty tight. But you could see a couple things here that are developing. So first of all, let me move this level because it should be about here. And we're going to put another level about here. All right. So these two lines here are going to represent a little zone here. This zone is for future reference in case we are able to get back into the trade. Now price is coming up. It could bounce off of the cloud. We had a Kumo breakout, but it's not valid. That's why it probably is not really taking off and going far to the downside. So it's pulling back. Eventually you'll see this crossover happen here. So the sink out spans will cross and you'll get a dark future. You'll get rain down to the downside, thunderstorms, and this will be your downpour, quite possibly down to this level, 158.880. Now that's long-term talking, okay? But you can see we hit a support level. First of all, we had this resistance level. Price came down and now confirmed that this level here is strong, so it's a support level. Looks like we bounced off of that level, so now we're between two strong zones. All right, so the way I got stopped out was basically as the market went down, and I entered the market with an entry order below this level here. Trade was triggered. The market got into the trade, and I moved my stop loss down, and I moved it above this support and resistance level. This was the resistance zone. So let me go back and show you what I did exactly. So we'll go back to the daily. This is that level that I'm talking about, and you could see here where it was resistance, strong resistance. Okay, I mean really strong, because look at that major wick, and price went really up far. How far did that price go before it got shot back down? 308 pips on one daily candle, and it closed all the way back down. That probably was a news day, but still the rejection is so crazy, and it just lined out right here at this level. So when price came back to this level, it found it was a support level because it was resistance here and turned support over here. So what I did when I saw that back on the 4-hour time frame, I used that as my stop loss level. All right, because price violated this level and came down through here. So on the 4-hour time frame, it looks like a good violation, but on the daily time frame, you see it's not really much. So it violated, and then it rejected it, and then I had my stop loss up here, and then it finally came up and took me out. I guess it took me right here. I had it right pretty close to this line, or a little bit above this level, and then price came back, took me out. So I was kind of looking at really getting out down here because I knew about this level. So when we go back to the daily one more time, you could see that daily candle really went below this level, and more than likely it might close at this level here. All right, so we'll see what happens. Trading closes in 23 minutes for the whole week. All right, but if we close up above this level or somewhere, we'll see what happens. Back to the 4-hour really quick. Oh, I need to go back to the daily. Sorry guys, because I want to tell you what I'm seeing here. Basically, I do still see the strength of the downside move, and I already explained this. You see we don't have a full cloud crossover, so that's probably price ranging in this area. So we could range between this level and this level here, or even up to the cloud and the Kijinsen. Now Kijinsen should be moving down, flattening out or whatever as price ranges. So you may see price do something like this. So we may come up, we may range in this area here for a little bit, and then we'll get this to crossover, and you'll see the crossover to the downside. All right, and then we'll get a crossover. That's what the future cloud should look like, and then finally we'll get the price to come down here and then maybe reach this level. All right, but I think you could see we have strong signals. This is a TK crossover that's bearish. This future is not bearish yet, but I'm looking for that to happen. That's why I think we're going to get that ranging. Chiku span is below this price here. So here's Chiku span sitting below the price. Now it may find issues with the cloud here, but Chiku span still can get through that level probably. It's a pretty thick cloud also. And the price is below this cloud here, so that's bearish. So everything's bearish except this. We're waiting on the change of the future to change over to bearish pretty much and give us a valid breakout, right? But until that happens, the breakout is not valid, and therefore it wasn't valid here. But I think when you get that breakout, if it develops and price doesn't continue to the upside, you're going to get a strong move to the downside, and I think it's going to be a really good move. Now the thing is, you have resistance here now because this was support, and then we came through here, and then now this is resistance. We already bounced off of that level once, so when it comes back to this level, it could be resistance. So just knowing that we have this level, and if you're not trading Ichimoku, you could catch this and realize that we may range in here. So this would be our level. So when we go down to the 4-hour time frame, you'll see what I'm talking about. So if I'm looking at this pair here, I'm going to put it a little bit better. So now we'll use the 4-hour. So price could range here, boom, comes back up. Maybe this is the level, I don't know. But I'm looking at price being inside this level, this orange, this yellow box, and then eventually dropping to the downside. I'm not really looking to see price violate this box. So if it doesn't violate this box and it stays as is on the 4-hour time frame, we're still going to have move to the downside. And you can see this is still bearish. We're starting to get a crossover. Maybe it's getting close, but price is trying to violate the Kijun-sen. If you get a bounce off of this level, we'll get a close back below Kijun-sen. We'll get different signals. I don't see anything on the 4-hour signifying that, that we might have a change of direction here. So I really can't see anything. I think this is still bearish to the downside. I think just the daily is going to range for a little bit and then maybe break out, and you'll see this break to the downside. But that's all I'm looking at. I'll keep you updated on this euro New Zealand dollar, because when it does break, guys, I think we could get a good trade to the downside. Now if we get a trade up here again, we entered the market up here, so if we could get price back up here again and get another trade to the downside, that wouldn't be too bad either. You see, we're not violating these bull fractals at all, so that's a big thing. All right, so if we don't violate this level, we come on this area, we could take this to the trade to the downside. Still be following all of Ichimoku rules on this 4-hour time frame, and then we'll be just shooting for that level that we talked about down here. Okay, so this will be our level that we shoot for, about 158.880. Now that's long term, so don't have no idea if we even get to this point again. So I just basically look at support and resistance levels and look for the market to go back to those levels. The market move in between support and resistance levels. If it violates a level, then I look for the next level and so forth. And I use my Ichimoku system to show me some levels also, because you have your Kijun-sen and your cloud, and even your Tenkan-sen is support and resistance level. So you have all those levels that you use for Ichimoku that you can find trades. So Ichimoku helps me to know where I should take a trade and when I should take a trade, so it keeps me disciplined. So it's a pretty big thing to have as far as your trading, because most traders are not disciplined, and that's the main problem. Don't have the patience, then you don't know where to enter the market and don't know how to enter the market. All that together could be a lot of issues for you. All right, but that's it, guys. Hopefully you have a great weekend. Since it's Friday, the market's closing in 18 minutes. So just wanted to update that trade and let you know that we'll be keeping our eye on it. There's a possibility for some more movement next week to the downside and continue that move. But other than that, guys, if you're interested, you can learn all this in my video. I have in my online video course, you can learn everything about Ichimoku. All right. So other than that, guys, again, have a great weekend, and I'm out of here. God bless. So long.